You pointed out that among the 14 people indicted in that federal indictment return last week was Jeffrey Webb, who was the head of the CONCACAF Confederation, which is the group of, if you're new to soccer, but you're into the theater of this is where the United States belongs, but one of just nearly 40 nations. Webb was seen as a reformer, as an up-and-comer, a guy who spent a lot of time in the States, a banker, and was seen as a comer in FIFA political circles. And now he's under criminal charges.
This could have been his day. This could have been his opportunity. It's very, very plausible successor to Sepp Blatter if he hadn't been arrested last week. I mean, Jeff Webb, as you said, was seen as a reformer. You know, he was seen as the antidote to the age of Blazer and Warner at CONCACAF.
Chuck Blazer, the first whistleblower, just to annotate that, and Jack Warner, who's one of the 14 indicted.
Right. So, I mean, I wonder what Jeff Webb is thinking right now. I guess he's fighting extradition from Switzerland as we speak. But in the event that Sepp Blatter walked away, Sepp Blatter had talked about Jeff Webb filling his shoes. Other people had talked about Jeff Webb filling his shoes. Obviously, now that's not going to happen. We saw the odds for some of the other candidates who are being mentioned as a possible successor.
It's early. It's like
early.
It's like the Volkswagen full of Republican presidential candidates. It's far too early to try to make sense out of all of this just right now.
And I couldn't help but think, Bob, when you made the Nixon allusion, you know, if Sepp Blatter turns out not to actually be criminally liable, if he's not actually a criminal. And maybe he's not. Maybe he's been smart enough to keep his hand out of the till. He is, at least, I think, in the eyes of many, and on the basis of what we've seen over the last 40 years, a crook.